Almost a disaster while driving my Jeep Gladiator this morning. Something hit me. Something just bounced up in the road and hit the front of my truck. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive JT. And that's right, I almost had a disaster this morning. While I was driving around in my Jeep Gladiator, something hit me. Let me tell you what happened. I was driving around, as you saw in the beginning, I was making a video about the comfort of the Jeep Gladiator, ironically, because I wasn't very comfortable when this happened. But anyway, I was driving down a road. It was a rough road, speed limit 45 miles an hour. And there was a vehicle, it was a truck, a pickup truck, I think it might have been a Chevy, I'm not sure, with a trailer on the back, just a flatbed kind of trailer, coming at me from the other direction. So I'm driving along, I'm doing my thing. As you could see in the beginning, I was talking like I always do. And then I see in the distance something rectangular, black, bouncing around off of this trailer, off of this truck. And it's pretty high. It was probably about 6-7 feet as it was bouncing off of the road. And I'm like, great, it's coming right at me. So I did slow down. I don't know if you guys could tell in the video or not, but I did slow down, not quite to a stop. It was too close. I couldn't have stopped unless I would have nailed the brakes, and then I would have slid, and it still would have hit me. And it did hit me. You could hear it in the video. It's too bad I didn't have the camera turned the other way around because you would have seen it. But you could hear it hit the truck. And it did hit the truck. And I'm going to show you in a minute what it was, because I did stop the truck. I went back and I actually retrieved what this was. It was laying in the middle of the road. So I'm going to show you what hit the truck here in just a minute. But before we do that, let's take a look. And this is my first look. I just got home. And I gotta say, I am happy that I have the steel bumper on the front. Here's a reason that I never would have thought of, but because I have this steel bumper, unless it would have been like a cinder block or something, probably not gonna damage this, but we're gonna take a look anyway. I just wanna kind of look around the front of the truck, see if there's any damage anywhere, particularly on these plastic bits, maybe the reflectors, maybe the headlights. These aren't the strongest things in the world either. I do have guards on them, so maybe that helped. This one looks fine. The grill itself, other than being dirty, has some bugs and things on it. That looks pretty good to me. And then the other headlight, as I'm looking at it here, looks pretty good. Nothing loose, nothing funky. The latches across the front of the truck, because I'm not exactly sure where it impacted. It just impacted. Looking at the other side, the reflectors and stuff, everything looks good there. And then the bumper itself, like I've said, it is steel. It would take something pretty stout to damage that bumper. But we do have fog lights in there. They're just plastic. No issues on that one. No issues on the license plate, of course. And then no issues on that one. And my covers, they seem to be intact as well. Underneath, I do have, this is actually the Mojave skid plate from my buddy Randall. Thanks again to him. I don't see any obvious impact areas. I did paint it black, so maybe it would have scraped it off. I don't know. And that's about it. So fortunately, I don't see any evidence on the front of the truck of anything causing any damage anyway. So what hit the truck? Well, let me grab it here. This is the culprit. This is what hit the truck. I don't know. It was bouncing, like I said, which makes sense because it is plastic. Unfortunately, it's plastic. Now, it is broken here at the top a little bit. This piece, I don't know what this is. You can see maybe where it scraped, maybe where it was impacting. I don't know. But it's really not too worse for the wear itself. A couple chips out of the corners maybe. And what this is, I'm not exactly sure. I don't think it's for a power tool. I think it's probably more for computer, maybe a charging unit, but it has like battery backups on it here. So I don't know. It doesn't really say what it's for. It does say not to place it under furniture. So I'm guessing it's for some sort of probably electric recliner, electric chair, something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but it doesn't seem any worse for the wear. I'm not exactly sure. Now, the other thing about this is I was concerned that maybe it was going to hit my windshield. Now, it did not. If you look at the windshield, you can see there's no chips or scrapes or anything crazy like that, so it did not hit the windshield. But I gotta say, that was definitely a concern of mine as I was driving down the road, because even though this thing is plastic, depending on the speed at impact, it definitely could have gouged or chipped the windshield somehow. But again, no issues like that. So fortunately, I didn't have any big problems or anything like that with this device, whatever this thing is. Again, I'm assuming it's some sort of a power supply for an electric chair. And I only say that because I actually have something that looks pretty much identical to this, minus the battery backup system. So I don't think we have any problems with that, but what a bummer. And it's just one of those things that you can't avoid. There was no way I could avoid it going down the road. I did hit the brakes, as I mentioned, and there were no issues as far as me losing control or anything. And I know there's a few of you out there who are probably saying, well, you should have chased that truck down. Well, he was traveling probably a bit over the speed limit, almost at the end of the road. He took a turn. I'm not even sure which way he went, because I was more concerned about retrieving that for video purposes. I thought it would be interesting. It was interesting to me. But I was more concerned about retrieving that. And in the end, it doesn't appear that there was any damage or anything like that on the front of my Jeep anyway. So other than to just yell at the guy or something, there's really no reason for me to chase them down. But this little thing right here is the culprit. I haven't decided yet whether I'll keep this as some sort of an impact trophy or just throw it in the trash. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to get on since this happened, relay that to you guys, just part of the experience of driving, I guess. Leave a comment, let me know. Anything like that ever happened to you? I'd be curious. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about my 2021 Toyota Tacoma, and Rob Motive FST, all about my 2021 Toyota Tundra. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.